think this is the first week of spring. We passed the equinox already. Um, this full moon, a lot of energy. I got some good cards. I chose a different strategy today, asked different questions, and let's see where it takes us. So let's start with the masculine energies. The first card I picked um, is for the masculine energies and what they're dealing with at this time right now. The Bass is in the house. Hey, Mallory. Um, so the masculine energies are dealing with the Fool, this Joker card. This is very equivalent to the Fool. And this is about going back into to that inner child, to that state of being okay with not knowing, not using heavy logic or reasoning to find out everything and find out what's going on with everything. And this is what's on the plate for the masculine energies right now. I could also see like this maybe being a playful state, asking you to be more playful. This is really interesting because I've been seeing the swastika symbol. I was actually looking this up last night um, um, in this very old, ancient spiritual path in the East, and the swastika comes up. There's just deeper and deeper meaning in the swastika. The more you go into it, aside from the the lower end of what it was used for when it was also positioned in a specific way. But if you look at this, there's ancient, also shamanistic energies, um, spiritual wisdom within this. This is also creating a labyrinth. This is about maybe going deeper inside your core, to the most center of your being, which is that pure aspect that is okay with whatever it is that needs to happen, that whatever it is that is happening right now on earth, in your material world. It's about letting all that go. And again, this is a multifaceted card. You see the many phases here. This is about maybe going past all those different masks that we all have, our different personas. Um, um, I keep thinking of C.G. Jung. I went to this theater, and right next to the theater was the C.G. Jung Institute, Carl Jung Institute, and I can only think about that. These what do you call that? These psycho spiritual personalities that we have, the ego, the shadow selves. Okay, I can just keep going deeper and deeper into that card, but I keep looking at this dice here, and I think I want to say something about gambling and taking a risk. Yes, taking a risk, and that's what the kid. That's what a child does. A child just keeps going forward. Sometimes even though when the adult tells him or her not to do it, they do it anyways. But they do it out of pure love and adventure and seeking. It's the adult that says, don't, because of the restrictions. Yes, obviously some of the things that the adults put places on the kid is for obvious reasons, for safety, but a lot of it the kid just disregards because it's about adventure. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, the kid is safe because it's coming from a pure state of adventure, of thrill seeking, in the sense of experiencing nature, experiencing life, experiencing pushing their boundaries further and further, beyond the status quo, of what's considered safe and acceptable. The challenge that the masculine energies are dealing with now is elixir, fruit essence. This is about detoxification. This is about not only in the practical sense the detoxification in the body, but also in the mind, which the external facet of the mind is also through speech, through intention. So it's resonating through all those aspects. So I keep getting detox myself. So a lot of you might be getting detox, might be going more to like, at least cutting something out of your day, or the week. And again, I'm fasting. I cut out a specific thing that I take for Lent, and we're dealing with Lent right now. So if a lot of you guys are getting fasting, if you're getting fasting. If you're getting that, or you're getting detox, this is for a specific reason. This is a highly spiritual time, especially in the Western world. We're in the middle of Lent right now. We have Easter coming up. So there's a lot of energy. I would say in the Christian world, even if you're not Christian, you're resonating with that collective conscience here on this part of the world, that's really resonating symbolically and in the that kind of etheric mind stuff of honoring the sacrifice that was made about 2,000 years ago. So again, detox fruit, vegetables, higher alkalized or alkaline foods, and also water. All right, let's go into the feminine energies. Here we go. We got 4 cards for the feminine energies. Right now, what the feminine energies are dealing with is safety in all aspects, asylum, guardianship, protection. Maybe certain things, and we'll go that'll lead us into the challenge cards. But first of all, this is telling the feminine energies that whatever you're dealing with, there's protection, there's asylum, there's safety. I like to point out that this horse is in reverse. I pull it in reverse, but it's really pointing down to the challenge cards. The challenge right now that the feminine energies are dealing with are the cremation grounds, meditation, and also the just passing through. These are this is a tantric deck that I have. So there's the psycho-spiritual energies of the Dakinis, and it's resonating with also a portion of the traditional tarot. So again, we have something that's similar to the major arcana. This is a meditation card, and we have something of an air card here. So again, I sense that there's some past that the feminine energies are dealing with, and the challenge is understanding that, going into the meditation, going into the cremation grounds of maybe the ancestors, of the dead, of what was that keeps coming up. And this full moon has somewhat kickstarted that. And also maybe planetary shift depending on your chart about past. Things that may be still resonating within you. You're still kind of, but you're working on clearing out. But it's all a process. And to go further into maybe why you're experiencing this, or why you're agitated by it, there needs to be meditation. And also the fact that this whole aspect is just passing through. This is happening for a growth reasons, spiritual progress as well. This is not permanent, okay? This is for your greater good, even though sometimes we may not feel like, you're like, oh my God, why am I experiencing this? I think it's also interesting that both of these are pulled in reverse. So I really feel like this is really getting to the advice of really saying that this is something that you need to do and really explore to really understand or get back to that state of peace and harmony. I'm looking at this rose quartz here. Yeah, this is about balancing the energies, balancing that love. This is what I pull when I pull this card, acceptance. This is about acceptance. Maybe accepting what you have right now, and also accepting whatever didn't work out, whatever tension you had in the past, accepting that, letting that go. Okay, I'm really pulling this Rumi card, but we're going to get to that at the very end. I'm really targeting that card. Okay, hopefully that helps. Beastwood's in the house. You guys want any good kombucha? Clint Beastwood is the man. Hopefully he'll do more workshops coming this summer. Hopefully everybody's doing great. If you are, maybe give me a heart, say what's up. I appreciate the waves. I'm seeing all of them. Let's go into the practical cards. Oh, here we go. I'm seeing those hearts, the rainbow hearts. I feel it. I didn't turn these over yet, but this is the practical and abundance guidance for the masculine energies. So right now, the challenge what you guys are dealing with right now is asserting yourself. Okay, this is about maybe I was dealing with this. I prayed last night about the motivation. I'm working on surrendering, but at the same time, trying to figure out, okay, when do I assert myself? When do I take initiative? And this is all what it's about with the masculine and feminine energies. You can go even further. The emotional states, constantly, every second of the day, every hour. It's about, when do I do this? When do I relax? When should I move forward? When do I take a step back and turn the other direction? When do I just not do anything? Am I being lazy? Am I just not trying hard enough? Okay. First, I'm saying this is about asserting yourself. Okay. Say one step at a time. Okay. I'm gonna do this, and this is what I'm gonna do. Okay. And then, what the challenge is the desire. Maybe I feel like maybe something of of what is something that you really need and what is something that you just want, because maybe you feel other people have it, or maybe because you're a certain age or you're at a certain stage in your life, you should have this or you should have that. And that's something you need to filter out, and that's something you need to seek within yourself and really figure what it is you need at this time. Okay, and by asserting yourself as well, and your guides, your team will guide you to the right answer. And I got a message too for myself. Anybody who really connects with the owl spirit or any other spirit animal, um, you can really connect with that. And so for some people, it may not sound, cool, or sounds too crazy, but animals, they're often connected more to energy than we are. And you can bet on it. If you call upon that specific animals, you will start getting signs at the right time that'll lead you to the next step. All right, let's go into the feminine energy. So we have what we're dealing with right now are goals for the feminine. Goals, setting goals, accomplishing the goals. If you set goals and they kind of gone by the wayside right now because of other distractions, it's about getting back on those goals. Especially since we're coming to the very, very end of the month, where in the last week we have we still have the very last 31 days to go. So we have 5 more days, and that's almost a good week still. So it's about the goals you set maybe for the end of the month, that you set at the beginning of the month. This is about really tending to those goals and seeing them through, okay? And the challenge is, allowing miracles to take place. This is about faith, allowing the miracles to take place. All right, this is about you setting intentions, doing the work, going to your goals, asserting yourself, filtering out maybe what you really need from just kind of all these extra desires that if it was up to us, they just keep piling and piling and piling on. Okay, filtering those out, getting down to the core, to the bare essence, to the essence, and then allowing the miracles to occur. But also, that's also allowing the miracles to occur when they need to occur. Okay, not just when we want them, because if it were up to us, we'd want everything right now, which is kind of sometimes like me. Okay. All right, guys, so let's go into the angelic advice. Oh, sorry, one more. We got the a unifying abundance card, achievement, with all those gold bullions there. Oh, yeah. I'd take one of those gold bars, please. Thank you. It's about achievement. But what's better and what's priceless and more eternal than the gold bars is that the gold, symbolically, the gold bars of achievement. The aspect of the victory that you have achieved and received for yourself, within yourself. The unifying angel for the masculine and feminine energies is the angel of knowing. The angel of knowing. And, this card, anybody who does cards, anybody who has like an inner oracle within themselves, this is about tapping into that. The angel of knowing. Tapping into that inner oracle within you. You see that third eye at the top. I think this is a cherubim, so this is an angel of paradise, I believe. This is one of the higher echelons of the angelic hierarchies. And the intention here, the affirmation is, my sense of inner knowing leads me to the light. So at this time, with this full moon, when a lot of things are magnified, and you're doubting yourself, and you're just thinking, okay, which goal do I want? Which is just a pure desire, and which is something that I really need? It's about only you knowing that. And this is about you taking the time in the cremation ground, okay, in the meditation grounds, in the sacred space, and allowing that to come through. And sometimes you don't actually have to just sit there. You can do this through yoga, or through spinning, or weaving, or ceramics, or whatever it is that gets you into that zone of just, allowing the essence, allowing the ideas and that higher mind to bring forth the answer for you. What's going to help with that is also, again, I'm getting this, the detoxification, eliminating certain things. We're in the fasting period right now. The whole greater part of the Western world is in the fasting period right now, within these 40 days leading up to Easter. So this is magnifying. So if you want to detox, you want to fast, because of the collective conscious at this time, and also the spiritual energies, being transmitted here because of this spiritual high spiritual time. Grace will be coming through to you through your fasting. The unifying card for the divine hierarchy, Holy Amethyst, divine alchemy. Transformation is taking place. I love this card. It's one of the best cards. First of all, that magnifying color vibration of violet, and then amethyst. So if any of you guys have amethyst at this time, connect with amethyst, or connect with any crystals or stones at this time that you guys really benefit from, you guys really feel connected to. Maybe in essence, symbolically, it's your amethyst, even if it's a rose quartz or crystal, or a stone or fabric, maybe even. Okay. All right, let's go into the last card. This is the unifying card for the masculine and feminine energies, the spiritual unifying card. This is from my Rumi deck. I didn't read the description. I didn't read. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read just a small poem from this card to you, and then I'll go into a brief explanation of what I am receiving from it. Sorry, guys, I got one hand here. Hopefully everybody's doing all right today. Enjoying this beautiful Southern California weather. If you're not in Southern California, it's okay. I know in other states they're still wrapping up winter, and there still may be some remnants of snow on the ground, but it's okay. We're in transformation. The butterfly energy is really popular at this time right now because the butterflies are blooming and going through their transformation as well. Okay, here we go. 162. There we go. Let me just read this short poem about the sacred soul sister from Rumi. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. Wow, that's great. Look for instability until you become stable. That's really powerful. And this is a guy who, one of the Sufis, yes, but beyond just a Sufi, universal saint for me, and master. And he's talking about, yes, the pain you feel in your reasoning, logical state of mind. And once you go beyond the unconscious state, which is transcending the thinking, going into that meditative state, going into deep devotional prayer, that's when you find peace. And he's talking about looking for the instability to find stability. I read something from the traditional book. I just want to share something really quickly called the Dhammapada. And this is from Siddhartha Buddha. This is not a modern translation. This is from the ancient language that he spoke, the Pali language. But he constantly talks about in the Dhammapada. This is equivalent to the Dharma. They call it Dhamma in the Pali language. It's about the path, the way on the path. And he constantly talks about struggling now. Struggle now, bhikkhu, so that you may gain peace for the rest of your life. And for a lot of us, maybe we're struggling with certain issues, certain questions, especially what's going on in the political arena, in the world. And it's making us ask, like, what do I really want? What's happening? What is this all about? And a lot of you maybe are even questioning within yourself, or maybe afraid, if not just within yourself, afraid to question out loud, certain things that maybe you don't really care about anymore. I've been meeting a lot of friends who've been doing away with certain aspects of social media, or who've been considering it. These are just minor things that can lead to even bigger things. And for some people, it's not minor. For some people, it's a big thing because they rely on certain aspects of business and communication for social media. But, for them, it may feel like they're disconnected to the world. But for you, if you feel like maybe this is not what you want, maybe This is causing you the instability. And through that, if you make the changes, you can hopefully find stability. Or because of that process, you canceling that out, it will cause you maybe severe instability. But through that turbulence, you can find peace. And a lot of us on the spiritual path, it's not just about sparkling lights and peace and wonder and utopia. That's definitely an aspect of it. But a lot of us, many of the ones who've gone in the past, now in the present, even in the future, go through severe struggle and turbulence. They're maybe forced or called to go into the turbulent arenas of the psyche, the mind, social norms, what's considered acceptable, but they feel deep within it's not acceptable. And go deep. You do have to be a spiritual warrior. You do have to go through the demons that are hidden in our subconscious minds from whatever traumas, known and unknown, not just in the physical world, but in the spiritual world that we carry into these bodies here on this plane. But sorry, going into the sacred soul sister, I get a sense that all of us have this sacred soul sister that's intimate with our intuitive, spiritual, receiving side. And especially at this time when we're in heavy energy, I want to say plasma of just logical thinking, scientific materialism, which does have its path, it does have its rewards in analyzing and examining. We often can get drowned out with that. And because we can get drowned out with that, our intuitive, divine, receptive antennas and aspects get drowned out as well. And the sacred soul sisters here whispering in our ear to that aspect of us, guiding us, telling you that it's okay. I believe you. I honor what you're feeling. Please keep going with that. I'm here. Please follow me. Please listen to this voice. And she's often whispering to you beyond your hearing. And sometimes for you to hear audibly through signs, symbols, movement, through other people as well. So at this time, I feel like the Sacred Soul Sister is here announcing herself to you here now and in the future to watch out for her voice, watch out for her signs and symbols, especially at this time. Through eruptions, through challenges that maybe you're facing now or that the world may be facing in the future. But listen to her and honor yourself as well. She will be guiding you. You are protected. You are safe. There is asylum. Don't forget to go back into the Joker state, the fool state. The kid who's okay with not knowing, who's okay with pushing the boundaries for his or herself. Divine alchemy is happening. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Tarot Tuesday. This is Mystic Hierophant. I love you guys. Love all of you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Please contact me if you need a reading, or just contact me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer it. No stress, no worries. If you have any thoughts or comments, please let me know. Just be happy to hear from you guys. If not, have a great day. Have a great week. Enjoy the sunshine. We're in spring, everybody. The spring of achievements. Your achievements. All right, everybody. Have a great day. A blessed week. Hopefully I see you guys soon. Those of you who are local. If not, keep prospering. Keep achieving. Bye.